Hey guys, today I want to repot this giant plant right here because I made a mistake a little while ago. I put this plant and my Ficus Elastica all in one pot because I thought it would be so cool for this trailing down, and it was for quite some time. It was amazing, it was filling in so nicely. And now they don't like each other and they don't get along anymore. And I feel because we're in the winter and the watering schedule has changed for my plants, and it doesn't work for both of them. So I'm gonna have to probably just take cuttings from this and restart again in this pot that I have at the bottom, which is also suffering. So, and also my ficus, there is actually two different kind in there. There is a large leaf one and there is a smaller leaf one in there. I just kind of put them together a long time ago because I didn't really have space for it, and I just kind of bundled them up, and I feel like now I need to separate them and see what's going on with the root system. And I guess we'll find out. I got my plaid shirt on because I feel when you plant, you got to have a plaid shirt. I would have worn overalls. I just don't own any. So I guess let's go in there and see what's going on. And oh, and another thing I want to mention, it is winter. It's freezing. There's so much snow outside, and you probably watching this right now and go, no, don't do it, Elena, don't do it. But I am doing it because they are so miserable, and I've been kind of putting it off for over a month, and it's time to do it. So let's get to it. So let's start off. I'm not gonna worry about this guy right now. What I am more concerned is about this guy. Man, this thing's big and heavy. So what I'm going to do first, oh, I forgot my shears, just a second. I also want you to see the setup here. I have a mat, so I can actually make some mess. Here, this way you can guys watch what I'm doing here. So here we go. So I have a mat, I got a big, whatever that is. So first time what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut all these plants right here that's still alive. I'm just gonna cut them off at the base and try to save them. I normally do root them pretty easily, just straight in the soil. This time I might actually do some soil propagation and maybe do, maybe put a few in the water and just see how it goes. So there's another one. And yeah, this one doesn't really look too good. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about these guys. I'm just gonna pull them out. And it's also sitting right in my hallway, right by the front door, so it's pretty ugly. As soon as you walk in, you see all of this, and it just doesn't look that pretty. So let's see here. Oh, this one I can put it in there. All right, so I'm gonna remove all this debris in here. And oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. I also brought smaller pots here because I wasn't sure. This is actually pretty rooted well, but I feel like this pot might be a little too big for it. So I don't know. I'm not gonna disturb the root system too much. I'm just gonna take some of the soil, and I really just kind of want to separate these two plants because this one is completely different. Oh man, it's dirty. It is so dirty. This is basically two different ficuses you can see in size, and this one is, they're both so miserable. You can tell by the way, like how little the new leaves are. So let's see here. Oh, this guy gonna have to go in pretty small pot because the root system is pretty tiny still. Let me show you. Now look at this root system. It's not very large. That's the smaller leaf one. So I feel like I'm gonna have to just move it to a much smaller pot, and I will put it by itself. So I'll just leave it here for now. And the large one right here, oh my goodness, let's remove some of that soil. I'm gonna remove that other plant completely. Yeah, this pot was definitely way too large for this plant. I mean, maybe not too bad for both of them, but I still feel like it was way too big. So let's see here. Get some soil off of it. And the roots seem pretty healthy. Oh my gosh, this plant is so dirty. I was neglecting it for over a month. I really did not want to do this. So I'm definitely gonna take better care of this for sure. Let's see, yeah, the roots seems pretty healthy. They seem fine, but I do feel like this pot is just way too big, way too big. I'm glad I brought a different one here. So I have a smaller pot for it right here. And then there's a drainage hole. And I always like to use these guys, a little mash to put inside. Oh, let me see here if I can move this soil out. So, let me see here. Actually, maybe I'll use a fresh soil right here. I'm literally doing this in my hallway. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up after this. All right, so let's try to put this guy in here. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I put it into that giant pot. Need to get some soil out. Too much. Squish some roots a little bit. That looks better. All right. Now I'm gonna fill this up. By the way, I love these ice scoops that I got a little while ago. They are so good. I got two different sizes, a little bit smaller and a little bit larger, and they just live in my soil box, which I usually mix my soil right away, so I do have it. Anytime I need to repot, it's already ready, and I just pull out the box and repot, so it makes it a little bit faster, a little bit easier. So I kind of do that. I'm glad I finally got to it because they were so miserable and I've been neglecting them, and because I knew I need to do this. And you know, when your plant doesn't look too good, it's becoming not your favorite child, so you tend to ignore it much more than others. So this guy is done. I will clean off all the leaves and water it. So ta-da, one is done. All right, now let's do this guy right here. By the way, I really like this mats for potting up. This way you can keep all the mess on the mat instead of the floor. And there's this guy right here. Yeah, this one is not the happiest one. Put this in there. Maybe this guy will have a better chance to grow and hopefully get a little bit larger leaves, because you could tell it's miserable. And I like to keep them by my front door here because, as you can see, it gets a lot of sunlight, a lot of direct sunlight, which is really nice. I don't have a lot of spots like this in my house. And Ficus Elastica, they do like a lot of bright light. They really need that sunshine. So it would be nice to have a better looking plant right at your front door when people walk in and the first thing they see. Miserable dead plants, that's not something you want. Let's press this down. So I feel like that looks a little bit better. Now we are going to move on to this. Oh my goodness. These guys, they actually grow so well outside. They're not really meant for indoor, but I do grow them indoor until spring. And what I normally do, I would just take a cutting, oh, this one is miserable too. I just take the cutting and I just stick them outside in my planters outside. And they grow really fast outside. It's unbelievable. I would stick them in the soil and they take off, and the huge pot will fill in amazingly, and it will drape down, and they actually do very well in the sun. I mean, they are all day in the blistering sun outside, and they grow. I mean, that pot fills up by the middle of summer. It's amazing. If I find a picture of that from the summer outside, I will definitely insert it so you can guys see what it looked like. It was amazing. So that's why I try to keep them kind of alive in the house just for winter time. And then I use them for outdoors. Oh my gosh, I really neglected them for quite some time. They do not look that amazing. Gosh, let's see here. I honestly don't even remember last time I watered this situation here, which is very bad. What a mess. And I see some mealybugs. That explains a lot. So we're gonna have to treat this. All right. I am back. I had a pretty bad situation happening. Found some mealybugs on this plant so far. I haven't found any on Ficus yet. I hope there is none. So let's continue doing this. I drowned the whole plant basically in alcohol and cleaned them all off, and hopefully they will be gone. I actually did not see any at all in this pot. I only found them on the ones that were in the pot with ficus. So basically just gonna flop this guys back in here. So just chop them up. Yeah, I think I got them all, guys. I terrified of this, guys. I cannot stand mealybugs, although they are the easiest pest to get rid of, but they are annoying and nasty. Like every time I see mealybug, I swear I start itching. Those stems are kind of fragile. There we go. And the last one. Looks like no mealies there. Oh my gosh. I can't sit like this. I'm too old to sit like this, guys. Let's put another one in there. And now that they're gonna be separated, I can finally get them on a proper watering schedule. Hopefully they will thrive from now on. So this is it. This one is done. I just have to water it. And now my ficus, I got to clean the leaves here. I have to do it. I just use a wet paper towel and just wipe them down. And I probably need to fertilize this guy too. And I know it's not a growing season, but they are growing all year round in the house, so it should be fine. All right, this one is done. Now is the big guy. Oh, that's a big guy right there. I think these two plants were the most neglected plants in my house as of right now. That's when you know you might be getting too many plants. Yes, I don't see any mealybugs on my ficus, which they might not even like that kind of plant since the leaves are very thick. So I'm glad I paired those up with this guy instead of some other plants in my house, because I do not want a mealybug invasion. And I have lots of Hoyas, and mealies love Hoyas, unfortunately. And that is such a pain in the butt to get rid of them. I didn't even realize how much dust was on them. And it's funny because I walk by this area all the time. All right, that is done. All right, I'm gonna go water this, guys. I'll be back. All right, I'm back in my disasters video. So here is the finished project right here. So my large leaf Ficus Elastica is all repotted in a smaller pot. And boy, am I happy I did not use the old soil, because that would have been a disaster, knowing now there's mealybugs were on this plant right here, which I'll show you close up in a minute. And this is my little guy right here. I feel like they should still be friends. They should still all live together, and hopefully they will all make it and improve. Well, if you guys like this video, God, it was such a disaster. If you like it anyway, like it. If you want to subscribe. So I guess this is it for today. The project is done. Putting off for so long, but it is done. Let me show you up close and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. So here's the close-up, you guys. See, as you can see, they get a lot of light here. And if you hear him tap, 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 it's this guy, Jack. Hi, buddy. Here's Jack and there's Chase. That's something for you guys to smile about. They're so cute. Hi, Jackie boy. Sit. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi, boys. Oh, hello. Sit. Sit. Chase, sit. Come on, Chasey, sit down. Okay, yeah, no, he's not going to do that. All right. Bye, guys.